Several ATV riders say they've seen unusual-looking creatures in the distance.
Our team went knee-deep into the waters of remote Brazil to chase these massive snakes.
And a strange sighting is baffling. This creature was caught on camera at a North Side neighborhood.
It's nothing I've ever seen before.
Living in the land of free and disguising from the rest of the world, these animals will have you on the edge. Be it hairy critters or eerie hybrids.
And this one has no hair and a human ear growing on its back.
They are the stuff of legends, ready to leave you shocked with their otherworldly appearances. Mexican monster. This strange creature that washed ashore on the rugged shores of Carvalho Island left people scratching their heads. It was found in such a creepy state of decay that experts couldn't even tell what it was. People worldwide were completely surprised by its appearance, speculating wildly, saying it could be a humanoid fish or even an alien. To me, it looked like a devilish demon due to its horn-like features. This discovery sparked fear and curiosity among people, leaving everyone wondering what dark forces could have brought this terrifying creature to the Mexican beach. Swampy nightmare. During a night of fishing, a fisherman's routine outing turned into an unforgettable experience. Using chicken as bait, he patiently waited until something mysterious emerged. A creature with unsettling eyes, massive arms, and terrifying features. Slowly, the swamp monster approached, snapping the bait in a swift motion. The fisherman watched in disbelief as the swamp monster snatched the bait and quickly disappeared into the dark waters. Well, this eerie encounter really left him shaken, wondering about the existence of such terrifying creatures in America's swamps. Terrifying hybrid. Two men were driving down a remote road when they spotted something strange by the water. Wrapped in plastic, it looked horrifying. Its upper body was hairy and it had 6 limbs with feet that had odd hoof-like partitions. The men, curious and brave, touched it and opened its mouth. It was a lifeless creature marked with a stamp, looking like a mix of a pig, a human, and some marine animal. Inside its mouth were sharp teeth, a bizarre tongue, and bulging eyes. People said it was a failed government DNA mutation. Whatever it was, but I don't know that it was truly a nightmarish sight for these men.
Jesus, man. Oh, dude.
Pipe intruder. Imagine a scenario scarier than snakes on a plane. Now, imagine it creeping up right to your doorstep. Yeah, in a South American neighborhood, locals dealt with a persistent clogged pipe from a nearby swamp. Curious, they investigated and were startled to find a huge snake. Possibly an anaconda due to its size, slithering into the pipe. This snake seemed accustomed to using pipes as paths, maybe hunting rodents. If it had gone unnoticed, it could have encountered humans. Thankfully, it was found in time and moved to safety. Ear-growing marvel. In this crazy world, things keep getting stranger. Now there's a mouse growing a human ear. It sounds unbelievable, but those scientists have actually pulled it off. Yep, it's our own doing, and we have to live with it, just like the poor mouse.
This is really creepy. I mean, mice are creepy enough, and this one has no hair and a human ear growing on its back.
You're probably wondering why or how this happens. Well, mice are surprisingly similar to humans genetically. When someone loses a body part like an ear, it can be put into a mouse to grow safely until it's ready to be put back. It's weird, but that's science for you. Serpentine surprise. While cruising down the road, if you ever encountered this snake on the road, turning back might be the wisest choice, guys. This massive creature could easily coil around you, squeezing with immense force. Imagine this becoming a common sight as it is in Brazil, where such giants roam. Judging by its size, it's clearly well fed. Though that's bad news for whatever it preys upon. The thought of encountering such a serpent is unsettling to say the least. Edmonton's taken. Now, what's this eerie creature? In Edmonton Zoo, this peculiar creature stirs curiosity and dread. And let me be clear beforehand that it's not a product of science fiction. Meet the Taken, a rare hybrid of bison and goat from the Himalayas, now at Edmonton Zoo. Its unusual presence in Canada, far from its mountainous home, sparks curiosity. Is it yearning for its native habitat, despite the Canadian chill? Locals speculate about how it got here. Well, it's possible that a brave tourist brought it. Either way, this creature being in the Western Hemisphere added to the spooky stories of things in the wrong spot. The elusive lizard man. 8 years ago in South Carolina, locals were captivated by a mysterious creature that surfaced online. A creature with red eyes and a massive tail. Standing at 7 feet tall, the alleged lizard man was spotted roaming the town's streets, leaving behind scratch marks on vehicles and causing a stir. You know what? This wasn't the first time such sightings occurred. Reports of the elusive lizard man date back to the late 1980s. Despite numerous investigations, the origin of this creature remains shrouded in mystery, adding to the unsettling lore of terrifying beings roaming the United States. Emerging from Palembang's swampy depths is a dark figure known as the Banyu, or Antek Anu. Legend whispers that it is the restless spirit of an ancient princess cursed for marrying a monstrous man against her will. Well, just as night falls, the Banyu emerges, its presence striking fear into passing boaters with its twisted, terrifying face. That's not all, guys, but some locals also reveal that it lurks in the waters, seeking its next victim, with its appearance enough to scare anyone. So the locals, being afraid of its ghastly appearance, wisely avoid this creature, leaving it to roam undisturbed. Jacked crow. You wouldn't believe what I found! A crow that looked like it lived at the gym! Its feathers couldn't hide the rippling muscles underneath. And watch out! When it turned its head, it didn't even look like a crow anymore, but a bizarre gorilla-bird hybrid. I mean, it's a creature so muscular that it defied its own species. This monstrous, freakish creature caused a huge commotion outside a convenience store in Japan. People couldn't stop staring, and honestly, who could blame them? It was both terrifying and fascinating. Haiti's hybrid. A hen with a primate's face? Just like me, you must be thinking, how is that even possible? But here it is, a bizarre creature that's a mix between a monkey and a chicken found in Haiti. A guy was holding this strange creature, showing it to the camera. At first, I couldn't believe my eyes. It looked so real. As soon as he uploaded the video, people became skeptical, claiming it was fake. Some argued he had sewn a monkey head on the chicken for fame. But to me, it looked quite real. I mean, who would be able to create such a strange creature by hands? Chupacabra. You probably think the Chupacabra lives only in Puerto Rico, right? In 2014, a woman in Texas claimed she found one and had proof.
A woman in Texas says she's found the legendary Chupacabra.
Her family caught a hideous creature lurking in their backyard. And before you say it's just a dog, she got a biologist to check it out. And even they were left surprised. This mangy thing looked like no animal we know, and weirdly, it ate from her hand like a raccoon. That's pretty strange, even for a Chupacabra. So, what do you think it really was? Mav Nana. Ever heard about Chinese folklore tale about the Mav Nana? A creature that can appear like a human or transform into an owl. It loves to haunt lakes across Asia, popping up from the water unexpectedly and scaring everyone in sight. Well, recently some folks swear they've seen the Mav Nana in action, especially since it can perfectly mimic a real owl. No test can prove otherwise. Sure, a few experts doubt it, but imagine seeing an owl that looks too human for comfort. It's enough to give anyone the chills, wondering what's really out there in those dark waters. Infant monstrosity. Out in the quiet fields by the meadows, a farmer stumbled upon something that chilled him to the bone. A beast cub unlike anything he'd ever seen. It was a mix of wolf, bear, and human features, making it both terrifying and oddly fascinating. If you look closely, you'll realize that as the farmer approached the creature seemed torn between fear and aggression. Growling and lunging, it tried to defend itself and escape. Despite all the fear and tension, the farmer persisted, eventually forcing the creature to retreat from his land. This strange encounter left him wondering about the mysteries that might lie beyond his fields. Deformed crawling creature. A strange yet miraculous mutation of nature? Or could it possibly be an extraterrestrial visitor? Surprisingly, many are leaning towards the alien theory. Why? Well, because despite resembling a mollusk, no marine scientist has been able to classify it. Some speculate this cryptid might have landed on Earth years ago and is only now revealing itself. It may sound far-fetched, but with increasing reports of alien sightings, who's to say it's impossible? The truth might be stranger than we think. Real-life zombie. Now, here's a real-life zombie, only it's a fish. A guy found this freaky fish in a pond and it looked like something out of a horror movie. The fish had no head, but was still alive and kicking. In disbelief, the guys gave it a poke, and sure enough, it moved. So, is this some clever editing trick, or are there really zombie-like creatures hiding in our waters? The mystery of this headless living fish continues to surprise and creep out everyone who sees it. I mean, who knows what other surprises nature has in store for us? Real-life Furby. Just look at this feline with ears so unusually long that it could pass as a living Furby toy. The footage of this peculiar feline circulated like wildfire. People couldn't help but speculate on this strange feline, suggesting that maybe it's a creature from another dimension. But here's the twist, guys. It's actually a real cat breed known as the gizmo cat. These cats are born with unique folded ears that give them an adorable and somewhat mystical appearance. So while it might not be from a sci-fi plot or a lab experiment, encountering such a creature in the wild would surely make you fall in love with this little being. Dino surprise. Alright, guys now stumble upon something straight out of the dinosaur era. I swear this thing gave me the chills despite its size. A mechanic caught it on camera while checking out a car and was left utterly surprised by its appearance. He then shared the video online, hoping for answers. But the responses were wild. Some swore it was extraterrestrial. Others thought it was a creature from ancient times. Curious, I dug deeper and discovered it's actually a curved-toothed geometer moth. Yep, believe it or not, these little guys are real and surprisingly creepy. It goes to show truth can be stranger than fiction. Danger noodle. When creatures like this start appearing in our lakes, you can bet there's something even scarier lurking beneath the surface. People weren't just shocked by what it was, but shocked by what could have led to its demise. It looked like a tragic end, not a natural one. As videos and photos went viral, theories emerged. Some said it was a European eel, while others speculated it might be an alien, or an unknown species that met its end in such a startling manner. Apple snails. Now, meet harmless-looking snails capable of ruining entire ecosystems.
I do see them now as I drive up and down West Esplanade in particular.
They've gotten a lot worse since we've been here in the past year.
These invasive apple snails prowling in the waters of the United States are the stuff of nightmares.
Playing with them and, the toxins that they carry.
These snails aren't just annoying. They're a serious threat that authorities urgently need to remove. They eat anything in sight, throwing off the balance of aquatic ecosystems. Their egg clusters, easy to spot with their bright pink color, need to be crushed to stop them from spreading. Originally introduced accidentally, these snails have spread worldwide, causing chaos everywhere they settle. They've invaded from Asia to Hawaii and now pose a danger in North Carolina, where they threaten local wildlife with their rapid reproduction. Amphibian anomaly. In Thailand, some beachgoers got the surprise of their life when they stumbled upon this creature. A fish? A frog? Or something otherworldly. Its human-like head, frog-like hands, and a body left everyone speechless. The sight sparked wild speculation among locals and online viewers. Don't you think it's a failed science experiment? Well, others didn't agree and argued that it was an elaborate prank. Despite the guesses, no one could figure out what it truly was. And one thing was clear: this creature was something never seen before, but in nightmares, stirring both fear and fascination in everyone who saw it. Philippine mystery. For ages, we've heard about mermaids and mermen, but dismissed them as myths. Recently, something strange washed ashore in the Philippines, sparking fear among locals. Could this creature be a real descendant of mermaids? Some believe it might resemble how mermaids really look, before stories transform them into something more beautiful. Despite efforts by locals and experts to identify it, the creature remains a mysterious puzzle. Some even speculate it could be a skinwalker's body, adding to the uncertainty. Two-headed fish. Now, take a look at this, a creature with its twin heads living in an eerie manner. It's a fish with two heads and it's all real. Let me tell you guys that this mysterious being is basically a natural phenomenon known as dicephaly, which wasn't created in a lab. Instead, it occurred naturally due to a mix of genes and environmental factors. So next time you catch a fish with two heads, don't freak out. Just remember, it's one of nature's many wonders at work. Abnormal Chupacabra. Suppose you are driving through the wilds of Nashville, Tennessee, when suddenly you spot a creature that resembles the mythical Chupacabra near Radnor Lake. And what's even more unsettling is that it's gnawing on a piece of wood, a behavior quite out of character for a creature known to feed on some fluid. Could it be rabid? If so, encountering such a creature could be deadly, given the already formidable reputation of a regular Chupacabra. Three-headed frog. It's a frog you have never expected to see in life. At the Green Umbrella Nursery in the UK, this shocking discovery unfolded. This creature had not one, not two, but 3 heads and 6 legs. And if I talk about its appearance, then it alone was enough to scare you for life. What's even more eerie is the observation that, despite its bizarre form, the frog seems devoid of a soul. A chilling mystery that left even the experts surprised. After thorough research, scientists then came up and suspected that this frog's abnormalities are due to some genetic quirks, possibly influenced by environmental pollutants affecting its development. It's as if nature itself has crafted a creature that defies both logic and understanding, leaving us all questioning what lies beyond our comprehension. Muntjac. Oh my goodness! Seems like I am watching a deer possessed by an alien. How is it even doing that? And let me tell you, the more I stare at it, the more uneasy I feel. And that person feeding it acts like it's perfectly normal, even though the deer looks like it's trying to pull out its own eyes. Okay, let's take a breath, guys. This is actually a muntjac, also known as a rib-faced deer for reasons we won't delve into. Those aren't its eyes, but rather its scent glands located right there. By protruding them, the muntjac marks its territory, typically while tending to business in the bushes. It's surprising why it's displaying this behavior during feeding time, though. Uncanny capuchin. A Chinese zoo left its visitors utterly shocked when they spotted a black-capped capuchin sporting an eerily humanoid face. Seriously, take a look. It's like this monkey just clocked out of a long day at the office, or resembles an old man weary of kids on his lawn. Some guests even joked that the monkey seemed fed up with human company. On the flip side, more superstitious visitors entertained the idea that perhaps this monkey was once a human in a past life. Maybe it made some serious mistakes or crossed paths with the wrong folks. Either way, it's undeniably unnerving to behold. Brazilian Chupacabra. A bizarre video recently surfaced on Brazilian internet, showing a strange creature allegedly caught by local hunters. Some believe it's a chupacabra. The creature had human-like hands and a somewhat humanoid face, adding to the mystery. The hunters claimed they were chasing a wild boar near the outskirts of the city when they noticed this strange creature. Only after examining it up close did they realize the creature had human-like hands, leading them to think they'd found a chupacabra. However, many online speculate it might just be a howler monkey, common in Brazil's forests. Unknown sea monster. Possessing a slimy body, you guys must be thinking that it's an eel. Let's watch together and decide. Well, some local fishermen were shocked when they discovered this bizarre creature washed up on a beach in Spain. And yes, it had a long, slippery body like an eel, but its eerie mouth had jaws like a fish, leaving everyone utterly surprised. This strange sight had people scratching their heads until experts arrived. They confirmed it was indeed an eel, and its mouth was normal. But what about its bulging body? Well, that was due to its last meal, a fish too big to swallow completely, which ultimately led to its unfortunate demise. Deep sea anomaly. Off the coast of Brazil, some scientists during a research discovered a bizarre fish carcass floating in the water. They spotted it with an underwater camera meant for observing turtles. This fish was peculiar. It had no scales, tiny teeth, and was incredibly obese. Also, it was massive, measuring over 6 feet long and weighing more than 80 pounds. The strange find left the experts really astonished. They decided to preserve the fish in formaldehyde, aiming to study it further and unlock the secrets of marine life lurking in the deep, unexplored parts of the ocean. Unusual paddlefish. While on a fishing trip, a man spotted something strange floating near his boat.
Check it out. Guys, I think this is a floating spoonbill.
Curious, he reached out and picked it up, discovering it was a young paddlefish that was sadly lifeless.
Oh my god! Bob! Dude, feel that. Look at the inside of its mouth, guys. Look at that.
Examining it closer, he then noticed a mark from a boat paddle on its body, likely the cause of its end. The sight was eerie and sad, like finding a ghost in the water. Deciding not to keep it, he gently returned the fish to the water. Massive arachnid. Well, there's a good reason people advise against wandering alone at night. Witness this sneaky and hairy creature captured creeping out from the woods, its dark fur glistening under the moonlight. It was a giant spider, likely a Congo spider known to grow 8 to 12 inches long with a leg span over 11 inches. But this one was even larger. It crawled out from the bushes, moving swiftly from one side to another, seemingly uninterested in any interaction. And as soon as the video hit social media, people quickly linked it to the legendary mythical spider, famous for its web-weaving skills. Seeing such a colossal spider might make you worried about the risks these eerie creatures pose. Yet terrifying beings do exist on Earth, and humans just have to accept it. Vietnam Monster. A crowd gathered at dawn to witness the eerie sight brought in by the waves. A monstrous creature with a sleek body but distorted swollen mouth. Locals were in utter disbelief, sparking rumors of a terrifying river monster in Vietnam. Fear spread as tales circulated of its potential return from the depths. Well, despite all this panic, some skeptics reached out to authorities. Rushing to the scene, officials finally discovered the truth. It was likely a bloated whale that had washed ashore and perished. Relief swept through the villages as myths were debunked, restoring peace along the coastline. Eerie crawling reptile. In a remote nature reserve in the United States, the camera set up to monitor wildlife captured something truly eerie. A strange creature was seen crawling through the enclosure. At first, the workers thought it might be a deformed monitor lizard, but its weird limbs and bizarre way of moving didn't match anything they knew. Despite their attempts to identify it, nothing made sense. There was no trace of the creature, not a single clue. It was as if this terrifying being appeared from another world and vanished into thin air. Miraculous goat. We've all heard tales of transformation into animals, but what if it were true? In an Indian village, a peculiar goat was born, defying odds and surviving weeks despite grim predictions. Its oddly human-like features sparked rumors of divine transfiguration among locals, but veterinarians dismissed it as a deformed animal with a snout strangely pushed back. Could it be both a deformed goat and a reincarnated spirit? The eerie resemblance of this creature to a human face left many unsettled, yet shocked at the same time. The living King Julian. Imagine if panic could materialize into an animal. It would probably look like this.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it.
This creature seems locked in a constant state of anxiety, its expressions telling tales of unease. Don't you think that it resembles something straight out of a fantastical tale? Alright, let me introduce the Indri, an incredibly rare and critically endangered lemur, native to Madagascar. Interestingly, it's often compared to King Julian from the movie Madagascar. Some even ponder if it could be the real-life inspiration for the animated character. Those intense facial expressions surely add to the mystery surrounding this elusive and intriguing creature. Twisting wryneck. In this surprising footage, a man can be seen holding a bird that was twisting its neck a full 360 degrees. The footage left viewers in disbelief, sparking wild speculations and skepticism. Some thought it was a hoax or CGI trickery, while others pondered if it was a mysterious creature never seen before. Okay, calm down, guys. It was basically a wryneck bird. These birds are known for their unique ability to rotate their heads like snakes, a defense mechanism against predators. I hope this revelation will bring relief and fascination to those people. Cursed creature. Forget sharp teeth, this fish had teeth that looked eerily like human molars, along with 2 suction cups. In a murky southern swamp, a baffling creature surfaced, defying all known fish norms. With its eerie human-like teeth and unsettling suckers, locals whispered it might be a cursed being, damned to a monstrous form for eternity. Well, as news spread across the US, speculation soared about the creature's origin and the dark tales that might have birthed it from folklore into a chilling reality. Mysterious Malaysian log. Out in Malaysia, a fisherman came across what appeared to be an ordinary log floating ominously in the water. But you know what? Looks can be deceiving. He was fully convinced that he had come face to face with the evil spirit of the Hantu air, cleverly disguised as driftwood, which made the fishermen freeze in fear. Some speculate it could be even the remains of a mythical creature resembling the Loch Ness Monster. Unfortunately, the video abruptly ended, leaving us all in suspense about the true nature of this encounter. Strange mutation. In the annals of nature's surprises, one baby goat story stands out. Born 8 years ago, this little one entered the world with an unusual appearance that set it apart from its siblings. Its mother, preoccupied with the others, left it alone. But no worries, guys, as luckily a compassionate farmer intervened, rushing the goat to the vets, who were amazed by its strength. Unlike most with such challenges, this goat defied the odds, thriving against all expectations. Though the farmer's whereabouts are now unknown, his act of kindness ensured the goat lived a joyful life. Well, he also proved that sometimes the most unexpected creatures can teach us the greatest lessons of life. Murky mystery. In 2021, a boy exploring a beach came across a chilling sight: a mysterious creature slithering through the murky waters. It was dark, possessing slimy skin, lack of limbs, and an unsettling head. The creature was caught on video, and its bizarre movements surprised the viewers online. Despite efforts to identify it, this creature's origin remains a creepy mystery. If anyone has insights regarding this eerie creature, please share your thoughts below in the comment section. Evading capture. Ever heard of the Hantu air? Well, if not, don't worry. Here's a chilling encounter with this water spirit involving brave Malaysian men.
Siapa yang berani nangkapnya, nih? Tangkap ya? Ah, jangan, bahaya nih.
Let's just explore what Hantu air is all about. This eerie water spirit has haunted the region for centuries with its terrifying presence.
Bahaya nih, malam soalnya, kalau siang nggak apa-apa.
Determined to confront the danger, these brave souls entered deep into the eerie waters where the Hantu air dwelled. Each time they tried to capture it, the spirit slipped away, just as they thought they had it. Despite their frustration, they didn't give up, but eventually had to leave, closing off the lake to keep others safe from its sinister presence. Albino marvel. A peaceful pond was once disturbed by a mysterious creature poking its head above the water's surface. It's an albino marvel, glowing in the sunlight enough to surprise anyone who happens to pass by. Well, captured on camera, this footage sparked a frenzy of speculation. Some suggested it was a mystical inhabitant of the pond, cautiously observing its human observers. Others theorized it could be an undiscovered marine species, hiding in plain sight. I bet it's a rare albino turtle, a fascinating anomaly of nature, captivating and elusive in its beauty and mystery. Crawling creepy. This creature looks like it dropped from space or stepped out of a sci-fi series, yet it wasn't found light years away, but right here on Earth. Its eerie, otherworldly movements give off some major creeps. Guess what? There's not much information about it, which has sparked a lot of speculation among people. So, what's your take on it? Is it a new species lurking unseen until now? Or could it be something more unsettling? An alien relative paying us a visit? The subscriber's pick. One of our subscribers recently shared a photo that stopped us in our tracks. A massive snake. Now, let's talk about Forrest Galante, the daring American biologist who loves diving into daring adventures. He decided to explore a creepy swamp known for its spooky critters. As he trudged through the water, he saw something moving below the surface. And there it was. A huge anaconda!
She is incredible! Johnny, get over here!
Thankfully, this beast had just finished a big meal and wasn't hungry for more. But guys, hold on tight. That snake is a giant. It measures a whopping 19 feet long, one of the largest anacondas ever seen on camera. Clearly, this snake rules the swamp, and it's definitely not someone you'd want to cross paths with.